Hello, gorgeous, beautiful air signs. Thank you for joining me, Jenny. Welcome to the High Vibe Club. We are going to look at the tarot messages and bridging them with yoga oracle messages. Let's begin, but we cleanse first for a sec. Beautiful. I hope you're doing fantastic. So let's begin. I'm going to use my beautiful spring Celtic deck. Let's shuffle a bit and then I'm pulling your card and I'm going to bridge them with yoga oracle messages, more holistic approach, so to speak. So I'm going to shuffle for a bit and we will pull. Very jumpy, but we said we will pull. Very jumpy. Air signs: Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. So let's cut the deck and we start. I hope you're doing fantastic. As I said, springtime now. You can feel the freshness in the air and heat approaching. What's coming? What's brewing for you? Gorgeous! Ace of Swords, communication, breakthrough and clarity. What's in your obstacle? Two of Swords, a decision that you have to make, a difficult choice between two people, two things, you and somebody else, you and something else. This choice requires grounding and intuition. What's in your outcome? Eight of Pentacles, mastery, skillfulness. You have learned a lot. You are quite comfortable in what you are doing. You know how to do it. This card speaks about being diligent, patience, and continue with the hard work, even if it's not really hard work. It's not really hard work, it's focus, with the focus. What's within you? Wow! Queen of Wands, my absolutely gorgeous diva queen, very social, very interactive, very proactive, very creative and passionate. Very intuitive as well, by the way. So that's within you, beautiful energies. What's within the person you're dealing with or situation you're dealing with? 10 of Pentacles, a lot of stability. Legacy card, what we call, is the 10 of Pentacles. A lot of abundance, a lot of success, a lot of stability, security, everything in harmony. I like this card a lot because it does include, it ticks all the boxes: family, friends, social status, finances, bank accounts, possessions, just full fulfillment on all levels. So that's absolutely amazing. It feels like you've been working hard for something, diligent, as I said, focused. And there is a breakthrough clarity coming to you. You will have to make a choice. We will clarify what exactly, but there is a lot of passion and creativity within you, and the surrounding energies are literally pushing you and pulling you ahead to reach your really high level of career, of desires, of wish fulfillment, stability and security as well. A lot, as I said. In your final guidance, it's your Page of Wands. Page of Wands, all pages, of course, messengers, but this page is very creative. Again, a lot of creativity here and passion. A lot of creativity and passion. Page of Wands, he is relentless. He is very, as I said, creative, but he's drawing creativity from anything. He literally loves to be alive and is inspired by being alive. He's inspired by life itself. So that's absolutely amazing. This is your main cards. Let's bridge them now with my yoga oracle messages. Wow, one card flew. I have to pick it up. Sorry about that. Actually, two cards flew. I was meant to pull them, but here it is. We have to honor what the universe says to us, and this is butterfly pose and plow pose. I'm clarifying here your difficult choice to make that you're struggling. This is in your obstacle. As I said, the Two of Swords already speaks about you being very grounded and connected to your intuition to be able to make this choice. And now we have the oracle message: butterfly pose, embrace gentle opening, I allow transformation with ease and flow pose. Cultivate inner peace. I prepare for new growth. Yes, we can see that already. Now, gorgeous, beautiful people, if you're not really doing yoga or interested in trying yoga, you just take the messages as they are. However, if you are curious about doing yoga, if you are practicing yoga, maybe you can really focus. Now, I'm aiming these readings mid-May or so. This week, next week, of course, beginning of next month, but current, present time. So you can maybe try this out. Yes, to kind of help the energies flow easier for you. So let's see the bridging energy between your energies and the energy within the situation or person you're dealing with. Look at that, beautiful. Dancer pose, move with grace and joy. I dance through life with ease. And locust pose, rise above challenges. I soar with determination. Beautiful. This is bridging the inner creativity that you're carrying now, the passion, and this feeling to be really out socializing as well. But the Queen of Wands is as well like a diva, very attractive and very creative. She attracts because she's very also original, and she's very changeable as well. So she's quite exciting herself to others. So your stability and security within the situation or the person you're dealing with, people, or overall situation, and the creativity and passion within you are bridged by exactly this. Just move with grace and ease and rise above challenges. Beautiful. Okay, let's see what the message is for your final guidance, which was the Page of Wands, speaking about, again, creativity, really being in love with life, and just being ready to explore. The Page, of course, very youthful energy. Again, I take it because it's in the final guidance, like the universe is telling you, just rise a little bit lighter and more like child. We already had in the yoga oracle exactly the same. And one card came, side angle pose. And this pose says, expand in all directions. I create space within. This is your final guidance. This is your bridging YORA. Now it's YORA. I called it YOZA already once, which is Tarot and Yoga. Z stands for bridging and focusing the energies straight in one flow in the right direction. So beautiful, beautiful messages here. Let's just recap. What's coming towards you is a breakthrough and clarity. Also, it's communication. You have to make a difficult choice. You know your story best. Gorgeous people, collective readings. Thank you again for joining me. I'm reading intuitively, and I always urge you, please use your intuition for us to draw the best we can from this absolutely amazing tarot medium, and of course tap into the wisdom of the universe, of all the messages that are coming through. You know your story best, you know exactly what's happening, so discern. So difficult choice to make, yes, Two of Swords, but again I'm saying the advice of the card is you have to ground yourself, you have to balance yourself and trust your intuition, connect with your intuition. This is the only way you have to make this decision, or you can make this decision. In the outcome, it urges you to continue focusing, to continue do your diligent work. You've mastered a lot. You are at 8, just 2 steps away from your 10, which is already in the surrounding energy, as I said. Your ultimate goal, 10 of Pentacles, your success, your security, your stability, your legacy card. So focus, do your work, do what you know you do best, and again, stay grounded. Very grounding energy. Within you is the beautiful Queen of Wands, very intuitive. I already mentioned, very intuitive, very creative, very passionate. She's the diva. She knows how to attract. She knows how to create. She knows how to change. Changeable, as I said, but changeable so she can draw more and more inspiration, creativity, and originality. This is within you, beautiful energies. Ten of Pentacles, we already mentioned, within the situation you're dealing with, the energies are already surrounding you in this really push and pull towards your ultimate security and stability and harmony in all aspects of your life. And Page of Wands already, as well said, final guidance. Keep your youthful light energy, creativity, passion for what you do, passion to live life, to do exactly what you're doing every day, even the small things. Focus on them and feel the vibe. And you are in the right club. If you are still watching, welcome again, and thank you for joining me and being here. The High Vibe Club, the right club. So gorgeous. By the way, thank you all who already have liked and subscribed, and as I said, joined the club. From the bottom of my heart, I send you gratitude, love and blessings tenfold. As soon as I see you, if you haven't done it yet, like and subscribe so we can grow this channel. And I thank you, of course. So what are we doing now? We are clarifying. So let's clarify. Ace of Swords, breakthrough and clarity coming towards you. Gorgeous. Let's see here. What is that all about? Wow, the card just wanted to fly out. Queen of Cups. Most loving, nurturing queen. Now, you may have someone around you, like a motherly figure, a friend, or a mother, or a sister. Maybe somebody is around you, supporting you. However, and maybe this is a communication between you two, or this energy of really being nurturing, really being caring, diplomatic, balanced in your emotions, which again very important. We already had a lot of passion within you and creativity, but this card in its shadow can be a little bit too explosive. So this is nice to see here, the Queen of Cups. It's a nice, much more balanced energy, water symbolism, water energy, feelings, emotions. So it's coming towards you, and it's nice because also, of course, the Queen of Cups is very intuitive, and we already spoke that you have to make a decision you are struggling with, that the only way that you can make it is through your intuition. And Queen of Cups is quite a lovely card to come now, especially clarifying your breakthrough and clarity, because also the breakthrough and clarity, the swords are related with the intellect, with the logic, but we don't want to be stuck only in our logic or in logic and passion, because we can get easily distracted and disbalanced. So it's good that we have the emotional side, more intuitive side now balancing that, and you can really approach whatever decision choice you have to make. Gorgeous, very, very nice, very nice. Air signs, May, yes. Now the energies are just right. A lot of things are starting to move, progress, a lot of choices for a lot of people. Important turnaround, turning point choices and decisions. So let's clarify your obstacle, even though we had such a beautiful guidance from the Yoga Oracle deck, but I want to just pull one more, please. Universe, give me here. For the beautiful, beautiful air signs, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. Too many cards flew, I believe. Oh, sorry, my Labradorite started rolling, my little ball, with which at the end I'm going to send you blessings and healing energy. One card here, please, Universe. Start it again. Being a little bit difficult, the deck. Let's see here. Too many cards are flying around. Why is that? Please, I want one clarifier. If this doesn't stop now flying around, I will be pulling them. One clarifier, please. Let's just pull one clarifier. Wow, the King of Wands. And we have a match. Unbelievable. This is a very fiery couple. If you're dealing with a relationship or a partnership, this is a very fiery couple. It's the X Factor couple. So King of Wands, he's again very creative, he's very powerful, and he is very, very determined always to execute. Now, I like this card that is clarifying your obstacle about making this choice, and that you have to trust your intuition, because we have to be careful here not to get stuck in trying to make the choice. I mean, again, I'm just saying that because the Two of Swords are in your obstacle. So it does speak that you are finding it difficult, at least at the moment, to get this clarity about the choice. So the King of Wands, he's very passionate. Again, he's very good at execution and very original and capable of finding ways. So that is good energy for you, absolutely good energy. I like it, yes, I like it. Let's clarify the Eight of Pentacles. Let's clarify the Eight of Pentacles, please. And that is a Page of Swords. Again a page and again swords. Definitely a communication here. You are receiving a communication. Page of Swords also, though, speaks about checking all the details and digging really deep to understand everything, reading between the lines. He's your relentless pursuer. He's your relentless investigator. Espionage card, but in this case, just in the outcome. Do what you are doing. You've mastered, you've learned a lot, and you simply have to focus, continuing to focus on what you're doing. You know best. However, you have to pay attention to detail, and you have to ask questions, and you have to read between lines if that's about communication, if that's about some discussions specifically related to this choice that you have to make, to this decision. This card urges you to be careful in looking into the details and not trusting on hand the immediate information that comes to you, but to do your own investigation diligently so you can make sure that you know everything, all the details that you need. Yes, beautiful. Let's clarify the Queen of Wands within you, this creative, passionate, original energy, this diva queen, beautiful. She's very as well attractive. She's very sexually attractive to others, as is the King of Wands. Very, very, as I said, the diva one. Let's see. Wow, Eight of Swords. Here we go. What did I tell you? You are feeling a little bit stuck with something, and now we're getting it. Eight of Swords. Feeling stuck about moving ahead with something. You're struggling about making this decision. Definitely. 100%. But this card reminds that feeling stuck, stagnated, and not being able to move or to do whatever you want to do, it's only in your head. That is not the reality. Something is either worrying you or stopping you mentally, emotionally, blocking you. So you have to work this through. We already had enough cards speaking about that. The guidance is you have to ground yourself, ground your emotions, keep your heart and nurturing side open, definitely. Dig into details. Again, I'm coming back to the Page of Swords. You have to make your own investigation here of whatever you will be dealing with. Communication, some other settlement, clarifications, whatever it is, because we have quite a few swords here speaking about breakthrough, clarity and communication. But you have to make your own diligent, careful investigation. Do not trust everything on hand, so to speak. Was it said on hand? I forgot the phrase, but you know what I mean. Okay, let's see the clarifier for the surrounding energies, for what's within the situation you're dealing with, or the person you're dealing with, which was the stability, security, building a long-term stability and security, by the way, achieving it actually, your legacy card. And that is the Emperor. OMG. Now, if you're dealing with someone, as I said, now too many energies here, very different energies. So it doesn't show me here that it's necessarily a relationship, love situation, or it can be partnership. You know your story best. However, if you're dealing with another person, so to speak, this person is absolutely the top of the pyramid when we speak about resources, power, strength, wisdom, and knowledge. This person, if you are dealing with someone to move something ahead, this person can truly bring you to your ultimate, as I said, legacy, stability, security, and happiness, and harmony, financial abundance. The only shadows self part of the emperor side is that he's a bit rigid, not a bit, quite rigid, and sometimes quite difficult to negotiate with, to persuade, to put our own point, our own direction. We simply have to kind of follow his lead. So if you're dealing with someone of the sort, I'm showing you the cards again, now to me it's perfectly clear why you might feel quite stuck with making a certain choice or decision. Literally, it feels like that you're feeling that your freedom is going to be restricted, because I'm looking now what's within you actually, and the Queen of Wands is a very independent energy. She's, as I said, the diva. She's very social, she's very proactive and active, she's very original. She always can find things to do, how to do them differently, how to attract attention. So this being stuck here, what to do, how to do it, you definitely don't like this feeling. And this energy within the situation or the person you're dealing with is very stable but very established, very set in its own ways. As I said, the Emperor and Ten of Pentacles as well, it can feel like that. It's the Ten of Pentacles we can call your big mansion with the family settlements, with all the bank accounts, with all the set customs, relationships, etc. You get my point. And the Emperor next to it even doubles that. Emperor is extremely set in its way. The tradition, the structure, immovable energy. So when you're dealing with the Emperor, you're entering his empire, becoming part of his empire. You can maybe find your own little way there around everything, but it is his empire. You are becoming part of his empire. So this is how it feels, gorgeous people. Know your story best. However, again, I'm saying that this choice that you have to make for whatever is now coming towards you can really offer you tremendous success, abundance, happiness, and stability and security. However, it might come with certain extra points that you need to kind of take in consideration. The clarifier for your final guidance is the King of Pentacles, a lot of Pentacles here. So it can be either really a very long-term serious partnership, also that involves, of course, love, intimacy, or purely financial partnership, or a career, because a lot of Pentacles here and a lot of cards speaking about long-term high status success and abundance and prosperity. Now the King of Pentacles, that's in your final guidance. The King of Pentacles is the best investor in the tarot. He's again extremely abundant, extremely resourceful, but I'm repeating, he is investing with a lot of intelligence and care, even though he is very resourceful and rich and abundant. He's not wasting his time, energy, resources for something that is not going to yield the desired results. Now, the way I'm interpreting these cards, because this is in your final guidance, is again, I'm going to sum them up. First of all, the yoga is telling you expand in all directions. I create space within, so expansion, be open to expand. And then we have the Page of Wands, which was talking about a light, youthful energy and just being excited, creative, loving life for what it is and doing everything with passion, creativity, and just being elevated. As I said, this is how it feels, but with the King of Pentacles. So being very grounded, very stable, not rushing through anything or in anything, investing very carefully with not only logic, but actually with heart, with intelligence, with intellect. For the long run, for the long term, and not only for the long run, for the long term, for your own long run, what you want to see to yield as a result. This is your final guidance. Very straightforward. I'm quite happy actually. Gorgeous, beautiful air signs. I hope that this is of help, guidance, and service for you. I'm honored to be here. And underneath the lovers. Yes, it can be a partnership, love situation that is actually also developing into a partnership. It is. Lovers is also the choice card. So if you're not dealing with love, lovers is the choice card, yeah? And the magician, manifesting your wildest dreams. You're receiving this opportunity, this power, and the strength. You're very strong. Very, very strong. Very interesting reading. Gorgeous people. Very interesting reading. So, this is it from me. I hope that you enjoy that, and I hope that this is of help and service. Please like and subscribe if you haven't done it. I want one last, actually, message. I don't know why I suddenly felt like I need to do that. I will pull you from my cosmic insight, one last oracle message, and then I will leave you be. But I'm reminding, please join the High Vibe Club. I'll be happy to have you here if you haven't joined it yet. And yes, like, subscribe, support me so we can grow together. And of course, as soon as I see you, I send you tenfold my deepest gratitude, love, and blessings. They'll be back. Expect to hear from them soon. You know your story best. If you're dealing with someone that you already know, here it is. So, gorgeous, gorgeous, beautiful people. As I mentioned and as I promised, I'm sending you deepest healing, blessings, and energy for you to receive whatever your heart and soul desires. Accept. This is a magical stone called labradorite. Very, very potent, very, very powerful. So here we go. Thank you so much for being here. Peace in the mind, love in the heart, balance in all you do. Love you guys. Bye-bye.